Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So if any of you guys out there got a diesel like me with the 6.7 liter Cummins or any other diesel, I think this product might help you guys. So a number of weeks ago, I noticed that I was regenning a lot. And what I did was I set a trip on the mileage that I was doing regens. And it was like roughly like 40 to 50 miles, and it would start regenning, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? Now my truck only has like 50 something thousand miles. I'll show you guys in a second. And I was like, yo, something is wrong. So I started doing some research, and I was like, obviously, you know, guys know when your DPF starts getting clogged, the trucks can do either a passive regen, like if you're driving and it heats up enough where it starts burning it off, where you're not losing power, or it's so clogged where it goes into limp mode and you have to freaking pull over. Well, I've never had that experience where I had to pull over. My truck just does the regens, and I can keep driving and maintain everything, and it'll stop. It's on its own. But the problem was the intervals that it was doing it at was freaking alarming. 40 to 50 miles, that's wild. So I started looking up different things, different websites, different products, and I ended up stumbling onto this product, and the shit actually works. So let me show you real quick. It's this bad boy right here. It's from a company called Moto Power Care, and literally it says DPF filter purge. And guys, guess where I found this? On freaking Amazon. Amazon for the win right here. You can't freaking beat it. Check this out. Literally, I've used one can. So for 30 bucks, you get 2 cans. Comes in a package just like this, okay? And you don't have to disassemble anything. Don't have to take out your DPF. Now they also actually have a spray as well, where you could spray into the DPF as well for a more enhanced cleaning. But I didn't want to have to do all of that nonsense. So what I did was this right here. And as you can see right here, high performance cleaner for diesel particle filters. It's a special diesel additive solution that you can use as a regeneration help in pretty much all diesel fuel systems. Most economical way of particle filter cleaning and protection. Guys, when I tell you, this thing is freaking fantastic. Not even kidding. So what I did was I took a chance. I bought them like, hey, $30, what do I have to lose? Poured the entire thing inside of the tank and let it mix with the fuel. So the first time I did it, I think it went up to like 60 miles, and then it did a regen, okay? So this is when I first poured the stuff in there. It went up to 60. I'm like, all right, cool. So what I did, I reset the trip on it. So once the regen was over, as soon as I saw it over, okay, I set the trip. And I literally went up to 190 miles before the next regen. Now check this out. So right here, as you can see, this is where the particulate filter is. It would normally have to get up to like halfway for it to start doing a regen again. Check this out. I'm at 191 miles and still it didn't start regenning yet. So now I know for a fact that I'm gonna hit over 200 miles before I start regenning again. So what I did was, I had about, I would say, I think 3/4 tank. I filled it up, okay? Filled it up, and I'm about to pour the second can in right now. I think you're supposed to use this like around every 3,000 miles as like a maintenance thing. I'm just doing this because obviously my DPF was pretty clogged, you know, and look, I got 54,236 miles on this. This truck is a baby. I take care of it. I just changed the air filter. I just changed the oil a couple weeks ago. Obviously, I put out that video literally this week. So I'll link that up to the top where you can click on it and check it out for the oil change. Guys, I'm telling you, this additive is no joke. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to hit 200 miles with this, no problem, before I even start to regen. So what I would do is, once the vehicle stops doing the regen, I go right away back here to the trip and reset it back to 0. So at first, it was doing a regen every 40 to 50 miles. Once I put the additive in, it regened again at 60 miles. And then the next time it was 190, and now I'm above that. All right, guys, so all in all, this is the second can I'm using. All right, and when I put the first can in there, as I said, the fuel dropped about 3/4 or whatever the case might be. So I filled it back up. I'm adding the second can. Obviously, you're supposed to do this like every 3,000 miles. This can treat 31 gallons of fuel. So what I'm doing is I'm doubling up because I want to make sure this thing cleans out super, super well. You know what I'm saying? And once I see that it's regenning comfortably over 200 miles, because it's already up at 190 for the second regen, and now I'm at 191, and it still didn't start regenning as yet. So I know I'm gonna get about 200 miles or at least over that. Hey guys, what's happening? So it's the same day, and I wanted to share some information with you real quick. So you could see the particulate filter has a little bit of buildup on it, but still no regen, okay? And on the left side, you see 16.7. That's the gas mileage. Actually, it was at 17 miles per gallon. So I had to do a little bit of distance driving for work. When I got here, it was 17 miles per gallon. The reason why it dropped to 16.7, I just got back into the truck and it's so cold outside. It's actually like 30-something degrees, so I need some heat. So obviously it dropped down to 16.7. But even that is actually pretty damn good mileage for this truck. But the main thing is there is a little bit of soot buildup, but still no regen. Now remember, the last time my truck went into regen, it had around 190 miles. That was like the first good set of mileage before it went back into regen. Now let's see how much miles elapsed and it's still no regen. 233 miles. That's freaking fantastic. So from this morning to now, I went another 43 miles and still hasn't went into regen. So hopefully I can do another 43 and maybe it might not go into regen. Who knows? All right, guys. So now I'm back home. As you can see, the particulate filter, it filled up a little bit more than previous. Okay, let's check the mileage. 274.3. So I did a total of 41 miles. And look at the fuel economy. See? 17.2 miles per gallon. Told you. So the fuel economy definitely increased. I went another 41 miles and still no regen. So I'm close to 300 miles without regenning. That's not too bad. All right, guys, so same day, I'm actually heading to work. I pulled over in the middle of nowhere because the exhaust regeneration just came on. And just as a heads up, my wife needed to borrow the truck. She took my son to a doctor's appointment, and I think she did about 15 or 16 miles round trip. Now I'm driving, the light came on, so let's check the mileage real quick. And here we are. So we're at 293 miles. That's freaking fantastic. 293 miles from the last regen. Way better than 40 or 50 miles. As I said, guys, the product works. It's freaking phenomenal. So here we are. So anyway, guys, again, you know what to do. Like the video. All this stuff is going to be in the description. And now back to the current video. Okay? So now once I'm getting comfortably over 200 miles consistently, then I'm going to start spacing out the intervals. But as I said before, guys, for $30, and there's really good reviews on it, and it treats 31 gallons of gas. For $30, you're getting 2 cans. What the hell do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, as I said, definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.